The Earth Mother is pregnant and about to give birth. Nothing wrong have been beings who conceived that the planet Earth, also called Gaia, is not just an article or astronomic cosmos body and mistakenly identified as him planet, but also real entire being with organic and conscious features, in relative similarity to living beings and specially human, and rather of considerable specific female sex gender, and wife of the positive incandescent sun Astro, who are themselves so similar to the most higher existential totalitarian beings, also considerably divine, and made in different genres, because they're singular also different energy qualities, but yet in spite to be different and opposite, are however compatible to the existential creation, as it has been universally known at this planetary life. And now it corresponds to be cultivated precisely to the Earth, thanks to the sent reflection of essential positive energy from the Sun, who is like male her husband, so does the same in human likeness of an intimate relationship with the Earth, so that one transform and make reality this wonderful living project, as such makes a woman, whose at this astronomic case, humans we are the greatest integer product of that evolutionary species transformation, which like children always she carries and hugs them, but whose resemblance to a woman not just with that it finishes, because although there are many other concepts that may be revealed and include, that science neither common society have observed nor could discover, is the fact that the Earth, apart to also can create all living beings kind of appearance, shape and gradual evolution, on her exterior surface, underground, as in liquid water or sea and even air, etc. Besides also incredibly capable is of to do it of astronomical way, more like themselves in many ways compared. Starting with the fact that now a blessed mother is incredibly pregnant, and in her next chorus last moments, for so to explain many strange phenomena, that since around a decade ago, began to most notably be registered, and by science and common society, with incredible surprise watched, and that in a lot they apply to the apparent event as seriousness, in likeness of a woman in some critical condition, which also is relative to effect, to natural environment, living creatures and especially human race, which in many ways is proving such a restless of evident relative contagion, also justified even by other developers' concept, like relative seeming, also already defined completely by this author and ready to expose and let know, with all detail its intriguing similarity such incredible consistent, in that according the climactic moment it approaches, it has allowed that human science and gender be witness to another of the most remarkable testimony to again prove the legitimacy of this theory, with the fact of having taken from a distant satellite in space a singular strange picture that cannot believe it corresponds to the Earth, and which is remarkable in her incomprehensible deformation of always known normal almost perfect spherical shape, as well as relatively happens to a woman, with a bulging abdominal strain, which is also notable for its high temperature to even justify the excessive warming of the same, whose for all is known and now suffered, and whose situation more strangely it has been done and is right now becoming evident, in the world's Middle Eastern region, because this part is in another similarity to the Earth, in relation to her children living and humans, which is the stomach, for then to justify why that nervous anxiety and disordered international violence that is revealing that living population, and whose effect as others that have manifested of other significant considerable destructive and mortal forms to humans, surely it could or should spread throughout to the entire terrestrial body, while worse be the serious condition precedent to the event's culmination, whose entire explicit information is ready for worldwide spread and known, as soon as divine and humanly allowed be its literal and videographic world publication, for which the author asks for the necessary support to